All right, let's get this over with. Standard opening, because why complicate things when you're clearly already losing?
The queen's pawn opening. Predictable. But I would expect no less from a man of your limited intellect, Rick.
There, I give you a free pawn. You better not mess this up, Sherlock. Just take it. Go on. It'll be fun.
I am not a fool, Rick. Taking the pawn is the only logical course of action. Your arrogance will be your downfall.
I bet you're thinking 3 and f6, right? You think you're some kind of genius?
It's a classical development move, Rick. Perhaps you'd understand if you weren't so preoccupied with your self-inflicted hubris.
Sherlock, check. Look at that, Sherlock. I bet you didn't see that coming. I'm just gonna start calling this my mind-blowing moves phase.
A check, really? How elementary. I'll just develop my knight. I'm sure you're going to try and overcomplicate things, as usual.
Okay, Mr. Fancy Pants, going for a solid setup. But you know, Sherlock, I'm already 5 steps ahead of you, and by 5 steps, I mean I just made this up.
If you would pay attention to the game instead of your ridiculous rants, you might notice this move prepares for my counterplay.
Oh, what's this? Now you're getting cheeky? Fine, I'll play along. Just don't start whining when I crush you.
A common reaction from someone incapable of understanding the subtleties of strategy. You see, Rick, I'm cutting off your central control.
Well, here we go. You're letting me push my pawn, huh? You must be planning something, or just throwing it all away. Whatever.
It's a calculated risk. You may have gained space, but you've given me opportunities for counterattack.
You really think pushing my pawn into your face is a good idea, huh? This is Rick Sanchez chess. Get used to the chaos.
Your overconfidence is clouding your judgment. You've opened yourself up to complications, Rick. I can handle complexity.
Boom! I take your pawn. What now, Sherlock? I'm just out here making moves and crushing your dreams.
You may have taken the pawn, but this game is far from over. You underestimate my ability to outmaneuver you.
Ha, you took it. Classic Sherlock. Too obvious, man. But I don't mind. I'm playing the long game.
A simple recapture, Rick. You do well to learn the value of basic principles instead of relying on your reckless abandon.
Oh, look at me. Developing with a pin just to keep you on your toes. You better move that queen, Sherlock. I'm relentless.
A pin? Please. I anticipated your move. Your tactics are hardly original, Rick.
Now I castle queenside, getting ready to bring the pain. You might want to brace yourself, Sherlock.
A foolish move, Rick. Your king is about to become highly exposed. I'll make you regret this decision.
You check me, but I take your pawn. It's just like I always say, you can't check me unless I let you.
Your king is now in danger. It's only a matter of time before your position collapses under its own absurdity.
Double rooks, baby. Prepare for the onslaught. Don't even try to reason your way out of this one.
You're too eager, Rick. You've left openings in your defense that I'll exploit in due time.
Check again. Your queen's all over the place. I'm pushing the limits of this match.
A check, yes, but easily parried. Your lack of foresight is beginning to show.
I'm going for the king's safety, Sherlock. Meanwhile, you're just eating pawns. Don't act like you know what you're doing.
You don't understand. While you flounder in your panic, I'm taking what you've left exposed.
Ooh, a bishop sacrifice with check. Now your king's running, Sherlock. Running like a rat.
I'm hardly running. You've only accelerated my plan. But enjoy the moment. It won't last long.
Another sacrifice, my friend. Take it. It's your only option.
You've given me no choice. But I'll turn this in my favor soon enough.
Another check. Keep running, Sherlock. Keep running.
You're persistent, I'll give you that. But not even you can keep up with my superior intellect.
Another check. Where are you gonna go now, Sherlock? You can't escape.
You've cornered me, again. But there's always a solution, always.
Check again. Oh, I'm on fire now. No escape, Sherlock. This is the end.
It is not over yet, Rick. I will endure until the very last move.
Ha! My rook joins the party. What are you gonna do now, Sherlock? Cower before my brilliance?
This is hardly over, Rick. Your moves are predictable, and my resources are still vast.
And boom, that's checkmate. Who's the genius now, Sherlock? I mean, come on, you were bound to lose.
This isn't over, Rick. I'll find a way to make you regret this. Until next time.
Yeah, Sherlock, whatever. But you did just get checkmated by a drunk genius, so, go ahead and think about that.
I'll solve this riddle in due time, Rick. But for now, I concede. You win, though I maintain it was hardly a fair contest.
Well, that's enough for today. Gotta run. The Thrombopulent Vi expedition's calling my name. There's an entire galaxy full of alien civilizations waiting to be offended by my genius, and I've gotta get there before they all start figuring out how to make better whiskey than Earth.
Rick, we've been playing these games, literally and figuratively, for longer than I care to admit. You may have bested me in this match, but I know there will come a time when my intellect catches up with your chaos.
Sure, Sherlock. But for now, enjoy your pipe and your puzzles. I'll be on Thrombopulent V, probably drinking some weird alien juice that'll make your brain explode. It's been a real pleasure, mate. All right, listen up, you chess nerds. This game was a masterpiece of chaotic brilliance. If you want to actually learn something instead of just staring at the board like Sherlock here, take notes. First up, Move 4, QA4 plus NBD7. Now, I could have played something totally standard like E4, but where's the fun in that? A check right off the bat, disrupting Sherlock's carefully planned defense. Ha! See how he has to move his knight to defend? That's me, baby. Master of disruption.
I wouldn't call it a masterpiece, Rick. More of a reckless gambit. But yes, after your check, my development was momentarily halted. A typical Rick move, bold, but shallow. However, I adapted quickly.
Yeah, sure, Sherlock, you adapted whatever. But the check threw you off your game. It set the stage for the chaotic brilliance that followed. Next up, Move 9, BXC4, DXC3. Take a look at this, folks. By capturing your pawn on C4, I didn't just take a material advantage. No, I opened the C file, which, as you'll soon see, will become the perfect launching pad for the attack that wrecked Sherlock's king. And did you notice? My tempo was spot on while you were busy trying to recover.
You're forgetting to mention that I deliberately allowed you to capture that pawn. It was a calculated risk, Rick. You walked right into it.
Calculated, huh? Sure, Sherlock, keep telling yourself that. But hey, at least you gave me the chance to get a little more space. Thanks for that, buddy.
You're welcome. Now let's look at Move 11, B5. A simple development, but with a twist. You thought you were pinning my knight to my queen, but you failed to realize the deeper implications.
Oh, Sherlock, if I had $1 for every time you thought you understood something, I pin your knight, your queen moves, and your coordination goes down the drain. I mean, how often do you actually get pinned, huh?
I was playing for long-term control. But yes, your pin was irritating. Now, let's move on.
All right, Move 12. I decided to castle queenside. Now don't get too excited, Sherlock. You know I'm not about to let this game get dull. It's full-on aggression time. Check this out. As soon as I castled, I was committed to attacking your king. No going back. But then, like the genius I am, you gave me a little surprise. You sacrificed a pawn.
A well-calculated sacrifice, as it turns out, Rick. I needed to disrupt your plans and create counterplay, but once again, your chaotic style gave me no room to breathe.
Yeah, well, speaking of chaos, Move 14. Re1. I doubled up my rooks on the E-file, which meant business. The game's gone from a casual stroll to a full-on assault. When I do something, I go all in, baby. You were stuck trying to handle my attack while simultaneously trying to maintain some kind of defense.
Your attack was unrelenting, I'll give you that. But moving forward, my position was slipping and you capitalized on it. You may have forced me to make weak moves, but my mind was still in the game.
I had you on the ropes, Sherlock, no question about it. Then came Move 17, BXD7 plus KF8. I gave up my bishop for free, but who cares? I exposed your king even further. After that, it was like shooting fish in a barrel. A beautiful sacrifice, don't you think?
Yes. You sacrificed the piece, but it was still an attack that I could fend off with precision. Until you dropped RxE7. I should have seen that coming. You forced my king into an even worse position.
I'm telling you, Sherlock, you don't force my hand. I make things happen. Move 18, RxE7, and boom. Your king is in a world of hurt. You had to take my rook with your king, which just made your defense that much worse. And there's no going back now.
Yes, you put me in a corner, Rick. But every move you made after that led to an inevitable conclusion. Move 21, Q5 plus KC6. Your queen checked me, and I was running out of safe spaces for my king.
Oh yeah, Sherlock. And let's not forget the final checkmate. QB2 plus, it's over, baby. You had no moves left, no defenses. Game over.
You outwitted me this time, Rick. But mark my words, I'll study this game, and I will have my revenge.
Revenge? Pfft. Go study your pipes or whatever, Sherlock. I'm off to an alien planet to outsmart some extraterrestrials. You're welcome for the chess lesson, by the way.
Indeed. This was one of your more entertaining victories. But we both know this isn't the last time.
Well, Sherlock, next time you're in space or whatever, you'll have to do your homework to try and beat me. But for now, this was just another chapter in the story of Rick Sanchez, intergalactic chess champion.
Yes. For now, I'll allow you your triumph. But when you least expect it, Rick, I'll be ready.
Oh geez, Grandpa Rick sure did kick some elemental butt today. Well, you know he is a chess genius after all. For you guys to know, this game was taken from Mark Taimanov versus Lev Polugaevsky from 1960. Oh geez, those Russians do know how to play chess, huh? Maybe if I learn to play good, I will be able to impress Jessica and go out on a date with her. Geez, who knows? If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe, like, and watch this other video. And I promise that Grandpa Rick and I will take you to an interdimensional adventure, haha!